Let's go.
This your back, it dey keep passing. It dey bring out the best in me. I dey feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I dey feel you die.
What's up, people? We got a new episode of Awesome Entertainment. It says Superman made 125 million profit, but couldn't beat these 6 DCEU films. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Batman, and Batman, but we going to find out. James Gunn's Superman has successfully won over both fans and critics while setting the stage for an extended universe that is to follow. However, the movie has not performed as well as financially as many previous DC blockbusters, with a box office total that was lower than initially expected. Superman's box office cumulative has fallen short of the box office collections of 6 DCEU movies despite making a healthy profit. Despite its impressive profit, Superman's box office falls behind these DCEU movies. According to the recent report, the box office performance of 2025 Superman would fetch Warner Brothers Pictures 125 million in profit, having taken 614 million at the global box office. Nevertheless, the first theatrical entry in James Gunn's new DCU still failed to surpass the collections of several DCEU films, with as many as 6 films from the oldest superhero franchise having taken in more. There's a rundown of the DCEU films that boast better box office numbers than Superman. Look, man, can you say it's well accepted if it ain't making that much bread though? Like, oh, well, they loved it. No, they didn't. They didn't want to go back. Justice League. This made less than the Justice League? Wait a minute. The 660, 1 million isn't that much. So I would expect the Justice League to make that much. But that movie was trash. Not the Zack Snyder version. The Zack Snyder 4-hour-long version was fire. I like that. The edited crappy version that they put in theaters made more than Superman. Y'all tripping. That means, is Superman really that good to y'all? If more people went to see Justice League than Superman, is it really that good to y'all? Because that movie was trash. Man of Steel. Okay, so you did not beat Man of Steel. 12 years after its premiere, Man of Steel is still the highest grossing solo outing for Superman after having brought in approximately 56 million more than Gunn's new film. While Man of Steel may have beaten Superman in overall numbers, the 2025 film appears to have earned a healthier profit because it was a better movie. It should have made more. That movie was lit, and all y'all's complaints about the movie are kind of lame. Like he was too destructive, which is a little true, but who cares? It's Superman. You want to see him do some super shit, run through some buildings and stuff. Like I kind of want to see him do it, even though the character would be more gentle. They said the movie was dark. I like dark movies and television shows, so I was rocking with it. Superman is such a bright character, in personality and as far as like his suit and everything. But I like the darker tone. The the old DCEU film where they had the shiny suits. Every character looked better than this new stuff. This new stuff is looking more CW-ish. It's looking more CW right now. Suicide Squad, another critically panned addition in the DCEU. Suicide Squad ended up becoming a box office hit in 2016 thanks to its colorful characters and big star turns from likes of Margot Robbie and Will Smith. That shit made $750 million. Look, I hated that movie, and we were so hyped to watch it. Suicide Squad made a lot of money. This was 2016. What was coming out? They made a lot of money off of another superhero movies. Like they were just popping right then. And in 2016, yeah, the movies was popping, and they made a lot of money off the other people's. You know, the Marvel and DC's other movies had people hyped to go watch this. I hated this movie. And the fact that this made more than the second Suicide Squad is crazy because the second one was way better. Wonder Woman made $822 million. Wonder Woman was the first entry in the DCEU that earned critical acclaim and paved the way for more female-led superhero movies to be produced. Released in 2017, the film saw Gal Gadot take on the titular role. Look, it opened the door, but y'all closed the door with the other trash y'all kept making. Y'all closed the door with Madam Web. Like, Wonder Woman opened the door, and as soon as she opened it, y'all closed that motherfucker with some trash, with She-Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Another extremely divisive film. Okay, Batman v Superman. Sorry, Batman v Superman comes into Dawn of Justice, $874 million. Another extremely divisive addition in the DCEU, Batman vs Superman managed to earn just shy of $900 million at the box office. However, the likes of the DCEU Justice League film, the film's hefty price tag and high expectations surrounding it causes large box office haul to be still considered unsatisfactory at the time. $875 million was a fail. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. That's I mean, man, is there $900 million? How much was the budget for it? Like, how much did y'all spend? Doing the Batman v Superman movie without having a Batman movie was a mistake. I am still down with the Snyderverse. I've actually, now that I've got some history behind it and know what kind of direction he was taking, I think I might be a Snyder bro. I was 100%. I like the dark Superman movie. I like the motherfuckers throwing down Zod. Don't get me started on General Zod. It's gonna be a whole another video. You know what I mean? So the Snyderverse was doing this thing, and then you had Aquaman, who as a character I never gave a fuck about, but that his movie was one of the best movies, and he's the only one who hit $1 billion. The only DCEU movie to break the $1 billion mark, Aquaman is the highest grossing DC movie of all time. Aquaman, crazy. While the film made a respectable $335 million on the domestic front, it took a colossal haul of $816 million internationally, and they loved it internationally. Look, man, I do not care about the Aquaman character when I was a kid. Jason Momoa was great. He was great. And y'all did y'all thing with the movie. You made the character way cooler in the movie than he is in the comics. That's what Marvel has been doing, so you did a good job doing that. But when you watch the second movie, one, they try too much to be like Marvel. They try to make it jokey. It's like, just, you got it. You rock it. What you're doing is fine. Don't be like them. Be like you. Either way, they try to make it Marvel-y. And his brother ended up looking more like an Aquaman than he did. And it was kind of weird. We're like, why was he not? When you're watching a movie and you're like, this dude is literally the character you're supposed to cast. And Jason Momoa should be playing Lobo, which he is now, but that was my only thing about the Snyderverse I really didn't like, was that I felt like they were casted wrong as far as Aquaman and Lobo. Everybody else is cool. I like Ben. I was hesitant when I heard Ben Affleck was playing Batman. I was like, what? And then when I seen it and I watched the movie, I was like, man, he's still my favorite Batman to this day. And yeah, they was doing their thing. Let's hit the comments. If you ignore theater profits and marketing costs, yep, it's made money, but you can't, can you? It's still not broke even and likely won't. That's not what they just said, man. $125 million profit. but it's still better than most of those. Is it better than that? Let's go back. Hold on. Is it better than that? It's definitely not better than Aquaman. It's not better than Dawn of Justice. Not better than the suit Wonder Woman. It might be better than Suicide Squad. I'll give you that one. Not better than Man of Steel. I don't really think it was better than the Justice League, but it might be better than the Justice League. Nah, it's not. And then this doesn't even count the Christian Bale movies. Those are 3 more that all made more than this. So, yeah, I'm not rocking with it. I'm not rocking with the Superman. I like the actual Superman character, but hopefully they do something different. James Gunn has announced Man of Tomorrow, which is a Superman movie, but it's not a sequel, so who knows? Maybe it's a chapter. Maybe they'll slow it down a little bit. Just slow it down. That's all they really needed. Just slow it down. You don't need the jokes. It would have been fine without it. It's like when you take a meal and you start putting, like, salt and pepper makes the meal taste good. So you can sprinkle in that comedy, that goofiness. But once you start just putting too much salt, too much pepper, okay, and then that shit get nasty, okay, man? Don't do that, okay? Tighten it up. Anyway, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, scan the QR code, go check out one of my songs. I'm out. Don't play with my patience, man, they gone with the flow when they tryna fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip, ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now it's